Thank you for watching City Pulse. I'm Pamela Payne, and I'm here with Mayor Ron Arnold and President of the Recreation and Parks Department, Shannon Huffman. We're here today at the Birch Bayh Center here in Elwood. Gentlemen, thank you for talking with me.
You're welcome, Pam. Good to see you again.
This facility has changed a lot. Can you tell me what changes you guys have made and why?
Sure, I'll start, and Shannon, you chime in.
Yeah.
First, I just want to make sure Tom's Dome's not at the table, so I want to make sure that everyone knows that our park superintendent, Tom Dome, was the project leader on this community center renovation. And so this is Tom's latest diamond for the city. Last year was the pool project. This year, at the beginning of the year, is the renovation of the community center. So I want to give Tom proper credit and thanks for the countless hours that he spent and all the folks from the city that have helped and partnered with him. Again, we've done this as a team, just like we did the pool. We utilize all our resources from every department, every part of the city. And so that's how we've been successful at accomplishing some pretty dynamic things in the city, is working together. A team, everyone comes together. But Tom leads that pack, so very grateful to Tom and all his efforts. This renovation is just nothing short of stupendous. It's you will not recognize the facility if you've ever used it before or come into it. What was called the Birch Bayh Senior Citizen Center has been renamed by the Park Board under Shannon's direction as the Birch Bayh Community Center. And I think once people come and tour this facility, realize it truly is a community center now. There's lots that can be done here, so we're excited.
I would like to thank some of the other park board members, like Nick Roberts, for all the great job that he did in here as well, plus his wife, Lakami Roberts, which she volunteered her every hour that she was ever out here. She never, got a dime from the whole time that she worked on this Birch Bayh building up until currently going back to work this month. So her hours were, that was tremendous help from her. Also, we had some gentlemen from the street department out here, Jim Robertson. They did a fantastic job. And once you all come out here, you'll notice that. The main reason for the renovation was because of the floor. If you were ever out here before, you would notice that the floor was starting to be unsafe, mainly near the windows. It was starting to cave in. After Tom had inspected the floor, he realized that it was real bad, and it was so bad we had to close the center toward the end of last year, and which then we brought forth the money from last year to help go into this year and help remodel this building. So, and it looks, it's amazing.
And Shannon, you bring up a point that I want everyone to understand watching this, and people in our community. This building would have been what the pool was before we renovated it last year. It would have been a condemned building, closed. The Senior Citizen Center would not have been able to continue as it was. The floors were caving in. There was a serious water issue under the building that had to be addressed. And so that's where the project started. And we did not want to lose this facility. It's a tremendous asset to have in our community. It's the crowning piece of our park system for Callaway Park in the area that it's in. And so we, through our bonding last year, we allocated money for park improvements so that it did not cripple the very limited annual park budget that they operate off of. So through the bonding process and through frugal expenditures last year, you couple those together, and we've taken that money, pooled it together, and saved this building and made it much better than it was before. So not only did we save it, but we improved it. And that's been our goal all along, as we tackle these problems that we have in our community to not only restore, but to improve as we go. So this center was closing. It structurally was not sound, and we had to do something. So in traditional Tom Dome fashion, you do it right, and I appreciate that about him, and he and I share that sentiment as well as Shannon and the rest of the park board. So again, when you come out here and see this facility,
You'll be amazed.
Pleasantly surprised.
Looks great. Can you tell me what, for some of us that don't know, what is the history behind the name of the Birch Bayh Center?
Yes, I told Shannon he's going to get a civics lesson today, so I'm going to show my age and tell you that Birch Bayh was a senator, a U.S. senator from Indiana, 3 terms. So for 18 years, Birch Bayh served the state of Indiana as a U.S. senator. And in 1980, this facility was dedicated. And Senator Bayh attended that dedication for the Senior Citizen Center. And in those days, senators were able to earmark dollars, tax dollars in Washington, D.C., and bring them back to their states and their communities. And during that time, senior citizen centers, facilities for small communities, it's very hard for a small community to have a facility like this, to build it, to operate it. And so Senator Bayh at the time was very good to Elwood, helped us. This building originally was the bathhouse of the original pool. And so when you come out to the building, look at the cornerstone that's there. It's dated 1932, when this building was dedicated as the original bathhouse. So one of the exciting things about this renovation plan is in 1932, when the building was originally built, this was the bathhouse, and you came through here and out to the pool. And for many years, once it was renovated as a senior citizen center, the doors were taken out. There was no way for this building to access the pool area. And now that's been changed. There's now access back to the pool area and what we're calling the Red Gold Party Patio. And so once again, this facility has been reunited with the pool, and it's all been kind of brought for full circle around. But we're very grateful for Senator Bayh and what he did for our community then, and we're planning an exciting rededication of the facility, and we'll hear from Senator Bayh, who's still alive in Washington, D.C., and so we'll have an exciting rededication coming up that we'll announce on elwoodindiana.org on City Pulse very soon.
Yes.
Can you guys tell me what can we expect from the community center once it's opened?
I think there's going to be several events held here. I mean, there's been talk of senior parties still, where seniors will come out here and have their events, all the way up to, I can remember back when I was in middle school, having 8th grade dances out here. I don't know if the schools would be willing to do something like that still, but this is the perfect center for it now, with the way the floor looks. Plus, it is available to be rented, so everyone in the community and everyone outside of this community can rent this center. So, can
you tell me some of the prices and?
The prices are for a citizen of Elwood, it's $20 for the first 2 hours, and then $5 for every additional hour after that. If they want the Red Gold patio, because of the renovations we have done, we have allowed access to the Red Gold patio now. And if they would like access to the Red Gold patio, then it is $40 for the first 2 hours, and I believe it's $10 for each additional hour after that. The deposits are, if it's just the Birch Bayh, it's $25. If it's the Birch Bayh and the patio, it is $50 deposit.
And in that, if you weren't out at the pool last year and didn't get to take advantage of the Red Gold Party Patio, in that patio area there's a stage that's wired for bands or DJs to set up. There is an area with a sink and a small refrigerator so that you can prepare your foods for your cookout. There's a tremendous gas grill with granite countertops that were donated by Granite Services. And Granite Services did some work for us in this building as well. Yes. Shannon worked with them. So they've been very good too. So it's a tremendous patio to have a family reunion, a birthday, whatever kind of company function in. And now that it can be tied to this senior center, you have a tremendous facility.
And one thing we've kind of improved on also is the communication within the park. It used to be that in order to rent this facility, you'd have to go up to the treasurer's office and they would take down your name, and then they would kind of relay the message to the superintendent or whoever. Currently, to rent this facility, you can contact me. You can get a hold of Nick Roberts, the caretaker in the park, and you can also go to Tom Dunn's office in the city building, and everybody can help you in getting scheduled for this building. So.
I have a phone number, 765-552-3007, and that is Tom Dunn's office?
Yes.
Okay, so if they want information on it or to purchase it, you call 552-3007, and that is Tom Dunn's office. You are the president of the Park and Recreations Department. So can you tell me what are some of the events scheduled to take place in the park this season?
Several events that are going to take place this year. Our main event, as always, is going to be the Glass Festival, which is going to be held in of the third weekend in August. I believe it's the 17th, 18th, and 19th. We're also going to have the concerts in the park starting up here soon. They'll be out there, and I believe that's on Sundays, or is it?
Those are on Sundays.
Sundays. We also have a gentleman from Anderson. I'll let you take that. Who's going to be coming with the concerts also.
Yes, Dennis Kopic from Families Forever Ministries, who has also been conducting the Community Enrichment Series, where there's a seminar once a month all this year. Dennis had an interest in bringing family-friendly entertainment and bringing some additional concerts to the park. Those, I believe, are on Saturdays, but you can call that phone number, that 552-3007, and ask for those dates when those are scheduled. We will also get those to elwoodindiana.org, Pam, so that if you're watching us today, very soon you'll be able to click and get the calendar of upcoming events. But we're excited because we're enhancing, again, something that's already good. Everyone enjoys the concerts in the park. There are going to be more concerts in the park, and so we're excited about that. There's going to be movie nights in the park this year. I know that was an idea that Shannon had when he came onto the park board, and so we have a local church that has reserved several Friday evenings for movie nights in the park. We'll be in the same area as concerts in the park. They'll use that amphitheater area to put the screen up and have movie nights, and so some exciting additions to what has happened in the past in the park. Also, if you haven't seen the new roof on the main shelter house out in Callaway Park, tremendous improvement made to that shelter house. All the roofing, guttering, looks tremendous.
And I'd like to give thanks to Integrity Builders for doing that roof. I mean, it does look amazing. So.
Yes, Integrity did a tremendous job and worked well with the park board in the city, and yet another tremendous improvement to our main park.
Now, some people in the city do not realize that there is more than just one park here. Can you please tell me where some of those parks and how many we actually have in Elwood?
We have, I believe we have 9, and I'm pretty sure that I can sit here and name off. We have the Joseph Morris Memorial Park, which is also known as the Short North 12th Street Park. A lot of people don't realize that that's park property. I'm actually working on getting signage for all of our park properties, so when people do drive by, they realize that that is taken care of and owned by the Park and Recreations. We also have Rock Garden. Rock Garden is also a park. Most people don't really realize that it is owned by the Parks Department, but it is. We have the Civic Center Park, which everybody knows as Uptown there. You see the fountain? That is the Civic Center Park. We have Callaway Park, of course. We have Wendell Wilkie Park. We have
North 14th
North 14th Street Park. We also have in plans the Riker Park, which is going to be right there, if everybody remembers where Hooks used to be, and also the old train depot. I know I'm missing some park. Kiwanis Park.
And the Washington
School Park. Yep. And that's probably real close to all of them. So we do have plans for the 14th Street Park. As most people do know, we're going to turn that into the animal shelter. Half of it into the animal shelter. The rest of it is going to be a playground area still. And we're also looking to put in a walking trail that's going to it's going to basically run around the 14th Street Park. It's going to cross the bridge into Window-Wilkie Park, and then it'll cross Anderson Street and go into what we call right now it's just a triangle, which is, it is part of the park, but it's kind of in between Rock Garden and 14th Street Park, or the Window-Wilkie Park. It'll run through that triangle, then it'll go into Rock Garden, and it'll come over and it'll go along the Birch Bayh building, along the skate park, and then into Callaway Park and wrap around Callaway Park. So that's going to be a nice walking trail that we're working on.
Now, I've heard around town that there is a Frisbee Golf course in one of the parks here in town. Can you tell me where it is and how people can utilize this new attraction?
See, I knew there was another park, and you just that is the P Street Park. It's out at the Babe Ruth field. Also, the youth football field is out there, and that's considered a park. Also, it is part of the park property. I believe a couple years ago, Ryan Dudley and Mike Mingel and there's others. I'm just touching on a few names. There's quite a few other people who have started making trails and a disc golf course out there in that woods that's behind the Babe Ruth field. They put a lot of hard work into removing trees and brush and all that. It used to be the old Elwood landfill.
It was a dump. Yeah.
It was a dump. And they've actually turned it into a disc golf course. It's actually really neat when you go. They have pads that it's like a starting pad, like where you tee off on a regular golf course, but this you tee off with a disc golf, and you throw the disc and you try to make it into a basket. And they've made this course. I've been out there several times. I threw a little bit, but I haven't played it yet. I do want to, but it looks like it's hard. It looks like it's very hard. I do encourage everybody, if you haven't been out there to look at it, please do go out there and look at it. These gentlemen have done a tremendous job.
It's beautiful, and Ryan Dudley and Mike Mingel and a whole cast of characters we're not naming, but have spent a couple of years, as Shannon mentioned, working very hard. The street department has helped them with equipment and stump removal, and debris and trash removal. And this runs behind the Babe Ruth field and along the creek. So it's a beautiful area. If you drive by there, almost any day you'll see multiple cars there and people playing. It is bringing folks from other communities into Elwood, Pam. There's not a disc golf course in every community. And so this is, and the ones that are out there, this one stands up to any of them that are out there. So they've really done a nice job. The other great thing about the disc golf course is it costs nothing to go out there. I bought one of my sons, Shannon, a disc, and it was less than $20. And you can just show up out there and play, and there are no fees, there are nothing. So it's great for kids, adults, families, all to go out and take part in. And it's a beautiful path to go through as well.
Just walk it. The people who are running that, they're the kindest people you'll ever meet. If you go out there and strike an interest in it, just by showing up and asking questions, start to talk to them if they're out there, they'll loan you one of their discs and let you throw. I mean, it's not, they really want people to use it. If you get out there, I do encourage people to get out there.
And there are tournaments there.
Yeah.
They've hosted several tournaments at the course, and that'll keep growing. So again, that's bringing folks into Elwood, introducing them to our community, and we're excited about it.
Now, the discs that you throw, do people need to purchase those before they go out, or do they have some available out there for families to use?
There's almost always someone out there playing. As Shannon mentioned, if there's anyone out there, they're gonna share discs with you. But you can buy these discs anywhere. Kmart,
Dunham's.
We got one at MC Sports in Anderson. But any Myers that has a sporting goods department, almost any place you can buy these. Mine was less than $20 that I bought my son, so it's not a big investment. But if there are guys out there playing, they're going to let you throw one of their discs. And they're excited they are excited to introduce people to the sport. So you're going to find someone that'll give you instructions. Again, it doesn't cost. So.
And I believe last year when I went out there to help them out, I believe they were working on like 13 holes, and I believe now they have reached their goal of 18 holes.
Yes.
So it's a big course, it really is.
Is there anything else dealing with the park or the Birch Center that you'd like the community to know about?
I've got a lot of ideas that are in my head about things that I want to move forward with this park. One of the ideas, and I hope that we can get it soon, is going to be Wi-Fi in the park. It's going to it's going to broadcast a signal that's over the whole entire park, Callaway Park that is, I'm sorry. But it'll take up the Birch Bayh building, the pool, probably the high school parking lot, and those type of areas, and actually give a free access to the entire park, Callaway Park area. So I hope that I'll be able to get that in the near future. So.
And can I just say, Pam, come see this center. It is a bargain to rent, and it is furnished. We have 3 flat screen TVs in the main room. There are granite countertops in the kitchen area. There's beautiful furnishings in the building. There will be a sound system installed by Loy's Audio here, local company, local family installing that. They installed the sound system in the pool, and they're going to finish that here in the center. So you will be able to host a company function, a birthday, even if you just have a group that is a card party or an organization. We have plenty of chairs and tables and seating. If you have a special birthday or anniversary and you have a DVD that you want to play during the party, we've got the flat screens here to do it. It is just a beautiful facility, and we know the community is going to take full advantage of it and utilize it. But please come out, give it a second look. We'll be having a rededication ceremony very soon, but the center's very close to opening, and we're excited. We're thankful. Thank you for supporting all that we've been doing to renovate and rebuild our community. All of you that have stepped up and volunteered your time, given money for our pool, for this new project with the Humane Shelter. If you volunteered time here at for the renovation project here at the center. If you have not yet, please call the 552-3007. Talk to Tom or someone in Tom's office. There are plenty of ways to volunteer to get involved. If you like to plant flowers, handle landscaping, you want to get involved, you have an idea for something like movie nights in the park, we welcome your input, your ideas, and your time and your energy. So please come, please join us. We're having lots of fun. We're accomplishing great things. We thank you for what you've done already. We're going to ask you to keep doing more, and if you haven't stepped up yet, it's time. It's time. We need you.
To kind of touch on what the mayor was saying also, is that if you do live near a local park, I would like your input on things you would like to see at that park. Like Kiwanis Park, we've had input that people want shade trees and other types of benches and stuff there. If you do live near a local park, please get a hold of me and let me know so I can try to make those type of things happen.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for talking with me today. Thank you for watching City Pulse on elwoodindiana.org.